To me, the story of the game was that we got 14 stops defensively in the first half, and we came out in the third quarter and forced 16 stops in one quarter, and that to me was the story of the game. Getting a grip on them defensively, which also was stopping Eriksson, who had 2 points in the second half. That to me was the story of the game. The offensive end was throughout the game not a big issue. With Christ Comanche, we had an interesting challenge to face. We still scored the basketball, so that was not the issue today. The challenge was the defensive end, and I'm happy that the guys got a grip on it defensively, and I congratulate the guys. Congratulations to Lucas and happy birthday. That's the one thing. I thought Lucas' game is made to attack those drop coverages with Christ Comanche in the hole, because he's got the floater, he's got the mid game, and then if he starts making the three, it gets difficult. I'm very happy that he made them. I want to mention Marty Geben, who had a very good game for us. Well deserved. He works hard, he practices hard, he's a good player. Stepped out of the shadow there today and did a very good job. Congratulations. And also I want to congratulate, and normally I don't name guys, specifically, but Karolis did a really good job also, I thought, not only making shots, but also giving a big effort defensively, especially in the second half with Eriksson. So that's my take on the game.
Rita?
So, Coach, congrats with the victory one more time. And on the behalf of Žalgiris Insider platform that was launched today, fans were pleased about the victory. And Kasparas, one of the fans, asked, Coach, what did you exactly tell your guys during the halftime break that inspired them so much in the second half?
Yeah, Mantas, is that not on Žalgiris Insider already?
It is.
Okay. Okay. Well, obviously, I was very unhappy with the first half. Not with the 41 points, but with the 51 points received. It's not acceptable. I was very unhappy, and obviously, I let the guys know. I'm happy about the reaction, because they clearly showed a reaction on the defensive end. But that was it. And that's it.
Rita?
One more question from the fans. What is the team's mindset facing those two last games in the EuroLeague?
To compete very hard. I don't know if Baskonia has already won the game, because as long as Baskonia has not won, we're still in the race for the playoffs. A lot of stuff has to happen. Overall, 14 games have to go the right way. But in the moment where they win, we're out of the race. And they were up 13 a couple minutes ago. So our mindset is very clear. We wanted 18 wins, because 18 wins normally guarantees you playoffs in the EuroLeague. In the last 5 years, 18 wins was a guarantee. 17 was almost in. 17 was almost a guarantee. 18 was an absolute guarantee. There have been seasons where 16 gets you there, as you guys know. And 18 was the goal, and 18 is still the goal. So get out there, compete.
Mindaugai?
Hey, Coach, Lukas Lekavičius today sliced the defense just like Marcelo Hirschel used to do it on the slope. But my question is about, can you comment on his whole season? Because there were a lot of ups and downs, and maybe more downs.
To be honest, the down, I want to say, was due to COVID in my eyes. Like him catching it and then coming back, that's so difficult. It took him 3 or 4 weeks to get his breath underneath, and he's getting there now slowly. Now he's getting there. So I think catching COVID is a tough one, and was a tough one for him. And again, one underestimates the recovery process after that for a pro athlete who is out for 2 weeks completely without doing anything, and then has to basically build up the stamina again. Other than that, we rely on him a lot. He is the guy with the quick feet who can break the defense, and so I want to say the downs, I didn't really like feel that much. I'm not going against what you're saying, but he's so important for us. Whether he has a good game scoring wise or not, we need him to create. We need him to create an advantage, and therefore, we're very happy to have him on the team.
Donatai?
Coach Blair said that during the halftime break you raised your voice, and I was thinking if that approach of the halftime speech was also connected not only to this game, but maybe teams started to let their hands down after the Maccabi loss, which reduced the chance to go to the playoffs. What I want to ask, did the team need a wake-up call in this tough situation?
I definitely think the team needed a wake-up call due to the first half. Again, look, the situation overall for pro athletes is not the easiest, right? Like you play the whole season, you put together 16 wins so far. In a normal season, we should be right here, sitting here, and talking about like getting to the playoffs, right? And getting to the playoffs with 17 or 18. We win against Maccabi. It's not all in our hands, but it's all like we win 4. We almost we got it. So. I just think the fact that this takes a blow at every athlete, because obviously our goal was making the playoffs, and therefore I understand and it hit everybody, but no, a wake up call, not referring to the overall situation, just a wake up call, referring to the first half that we played on the defensive end. That was what it is about, and it's about the process every time. It's one may think that's a weird thing to say on the 30th of March, but I do think, by the way, Alba Berlin is an excellent club to show, the importance of progress from game to game. Like they get Christ Komanji on a project. So here he is. So they sit out Johannes Thiemann. I don't think JT Johannes Thiemann was injured, but I don't know. They're also resting him. They played 2 days ago. They play Christ Komanji. They start him. Let's see what we can do. Let's improve this guy. So far he doesn't know the pick and roll coverages, so he's flat in the coverage down low. Okay, now we lift him a little bit higher in the end of the game, and work and create and look. Like, to me, Alba Berlin is a very similar club to us in the way of the fact that they have got a core of young Germans, actually from Berlin, which is like unique. It's like us having a core of players from Lithuania, and not only from Lithuania, like from the Kaunas program. And the progress and the developmental aspect, like, is never to be forgotten, no matter if you're on the 30th of March or in December, and therefore for us it's about keeping going. Let's see what Marty can get done with his hard work. Let's see what Karolis can get done with his hard work. Let's keep pushing Rokas, etc., etc. So that's it.
Donatai?
You mentioned Karolis and Marty, and I wanted to ask you, what did you like the most about their improvements throughout the season, and what maybe helped Marty this time, as you said, to get out of the shadow, and what he was lacking of before?
Number one, both of them work extremely hard and put in a lot of extra work. And the extra work is something nobody sees, and it's the work they put in when it's individual practice, when they call the coaches and come to work, when there is actually no practice set up. And that's what it's about, So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I really like the attributes of Marty, because he's a screen and roll guy. He's got athleticism. He can finish above the rim. He's a good defender in my eyes. And that's good, Fact of the matter is that we've got Jojo and we've got Augustine, so there are two high quality players right there, and for us it's always been important to get Marty in, as you know, mostly at the end of the first quarter, right, to push it then. Because I feel it's just important to give him the run in the EuroLeague, because he can play in this league, and but But that's it. He's got two good players ahead of him. Carolis, with Carolis, I like the makeup of him as a player. To me, he can be a 3-and-D guy. He can shoot the ball. He can come off screens to shoot the basketball, and he's pretty good defensively away from the ball. Those are the attributes that I like, especially the shooting part, and the defensive end and the defensive part. So that's it.
Lukai?
Coach, hello. I want to ask about Marek Blažević. Considering that the chances to go to the EuroLeague top 8 is very slim, and maybe the chances would be lost today. So, how would you? Can we expect some minutes for Marek Blažević in the next 2 games in EuroLeague?
I really don't know yet. I really don't know yet. So we'll see.
Donate?
Coach Patricio Garino scored his first points tonight as Žalgiris player in the EuroLeague, and he played 7 minutes in the first half, if I'm right. What is your idea of his comeback plan, going game by game, and how fast is he?
The idea is to see how far we can get him. That's the idea. In order to see how far we can get him, or how far he can get himself, we can get him together. He'll have to get stints and play, and we really go from there. This is a process, and it cannot be set with a timeline. I cannot say in 2 weeks we'll have an evaluation and go from there, but we have to just see. The one thing with Patricio that everybody has to understand, he has not played basketball in 17 months. So the comeback period for an athlete with that kind of break, like normally we're talking about 6 months, 7 months of basketball until he's who he was. So I'm very conservative and very, not very hyped about my expectations or anything, because that would be completely unfair for Patricio, and it would be unrealistic and not smart for us as an organization. But we are seeing how it can go and where it can go, and that's the phase right now. And the main thing is that his whole body is aching, but not his knee, and that's the main thing, because this is important also. It's important for Žalgiris, but it's very important for Patricio Garino. He's our player, and it's also our duty to help him, revitalize his career, and his career hangs together with his knee, So I'm extremely happy about his comeback so far, because his knee is good, stable, and he's feeling good, and that's what it's about right now.
Sibet, lažybos, lošimo automatai. Ruletė. Neatsakingas lošimas gali sukelti priklausomybę.